Welcome back to Geordie Motorsports. It's going to be a quick video, I guess, on an update on the AP5 and what I've done in the past about 2 weeks, on and off after work and a couple of hours on the weekend, that sort of stuff. And yeah, from that little teaser video and the Facebook post, I think you've gotten the picture of what I'm doing. So let's have a look at it. So obviously, we've got a wheel in the wheel tub now. And obviously it's been chopped up a bit. So this isn't the tyre I'm going to be running. So this here is a 295 65 15. It's too tall for what I am trying to do. So I'm going to be going to a 295 55 in a straight radial still. Whole reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to be chopping up the rear of my seal panel and the rear of my quarter panel just to make that tyre fit. So in the back here, as you can see, I've cut out my inner tub, obviously to make it fit, and I have welded the floor to the top of the chassis rail. So that's not going to be my ride height. I'll just obviously put the wheel up in there to get it as low as I possibly could, or high as I possibly could, so the car's low as, just, for the idea and that sort of stuff, because I like my cars low and this is going to be relatively low. You can see in here I've cut where the rear seat mount is. Still need to do a lot more trimming. This is like, I'm halfway through doing this wheel tub at the moment. I've just got the wheel in there just purely because I really like looking at it. I still need to shape up the boot mount here, give it the curvature of the wheel tub itself. So I still have got a lot of work to do, but I'm just giving the people an update of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So obviously I have the inner wheel arch here. I cut it out with an angle grinder. It took me about, I reckon it was about 15-20 minutes to cut it out. Not long. The longest it took me to do was obviously, make the first cut, because this car is pretty good. But anyways, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be welding on a strip onto the inner of the tub. And obviously the strip is going to fill up the gap that I've cut. So I've made the cut about 1 inch in. You can see where I've cleaned it because I put tape down to obviously give myself a guide to go off of. And I cut it really, really straight, surprisingly. Thought it was going to be a little bit wobbly, but it's not too bad. So yeah, I cut 1 inch in here. Did all the way along here with a grinder and on the inside with the grinder. And up the top here, in the top of the arch. Hang on 1 second. Just pull the wheel out because it was in the way. So yeah, you can see that's a big wheel. So that's 30 inches tall, that wheel. So when I was cutting here, obviously I cut from the outside as far as I could, same on this side, and then I literally just put a piece of tape from the end of that cut to that cut, did the rest in here with the angle grinder. So you can see where I have cut, and the floor is now flush with the chassis rail, and I've welded along the edge. Still have lots of work to do, right? So these corners aren't quite shaped up just yet. I still need to do a lot more welding in here and grinding and getting it nice and flush and good looking. All right, kick that light into here so you can see what I'm trying to look at. All right, so you can see how much room I have here. Mum just come in here and spun me a yarn. Anyways, so wheel tub is going to be obviously coming up. Still stock wheel tub on the inside. It's just having a strip. So I am gaining approximately 3 inches from moving the wheel tub all the way into the chassis rail. I'm just going to hold the wheel tub in here so you can actually see how much I'm gaining by just moving it into the chassis rail. Ooh. A little bit hard to hold, but so you can see here I've got about 2.5 inches approximately. I'm just holding it in roughly, but it's a total gain of about 3 inches, a little bit more, by moving in this tub all the way to the chassis rail, flush up against it. So yeah, just gives you the idea of how far I'm coming in with it. It's a little bit hard to see on this side, but there's spot welds here. So that's the top side of the chassis rail around here somewhere. All right, so the chassis rail obviously comes up and then it flattens out. The floor is spot welded to that, spot welded every 3 to 4 inches. So I made the cut on the inside of this little style line here, this little fold. So I made the cut, I followed the edge of that the whole way down, the whole way around, all the way around to the front here. And same at the back. I followed that cut all the way around to the back to here, and obviously cut through there. And I just cut straight through the boot mount, through there, and unpicked that little thing off the boot mount, and I did the same up there, I just cut it. So I'm gonna have to probably do a little panel here as well. I'm gonna try and get away with, not having to cut too much on the boot floor here, because trying to keep it looking standard-ish, as standard as possible. It's just going to be wider. So yeah, I don't want to be doing, big cuts out here, that sort of stuff. I'm trying to keep the area around here where I'm working as small as I can, so it doesn't look like it's been hacked up and botched up and all of that sort of fun stuff. So yeah. So I hope that they give you the idea of what I'm doing and how I'm going about things and that sort of stuff. Hopefully I get some more done within, the next week or two. And then I can give yous all another update on the tub itself. And I'll film, by the looks of it, it's pretty popular on the Facebook page and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'll film. I didn't film any of myself cutting it out because I didn't really think it was going to be too, fantastic for people to watch. But obviously, I thought wrong. So yeah, I'm going to film. I'll film myself cutting out the other side so people can see how I go about it and how I do it, so they can do the same thing with their cars and that sort of gear. I'm just going to film everything. I'll film myself welding it back in, cutting out the strip and all of that sort of stuff, so people can virtually copy what I do. I'm going to be making my own spring relocation kit as well. I'm not going to buy one, purely so it's more of a budget friendly kind of thing. And hopefully with what I'm planning, I'll be able to make these a product that I can hopefully sell to people tubbing their AP5s and AP and VCs and that sort of gear. May even do one for like the VJs and that sort of gear, depending on how many people want some. So yeah, I'll probably make 2 up when I make this kit. Yeah, so I can probably handle one to me dad, or even if any of yous want one, I might be able to make one. So that's my plan, is to make a couple of kits, varying in prices and that sort of gear. But yeah, anyways, if you've got any question, please let me know what you want to see on the tubs and that sort of gear. whether if you want to see a very in particular thing or how I go around doing something, just let me know and I can film it for you, all right? So cheers for watching this video. I hope you are excited for what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, because I quite like seeing what I do. But yeah, cheers for watching. Look out for your mates, and I'll catch you in the next one. Catch you around.